Good Tuesday morning, South Carolina weather watchers. I'm your meteorologist, Joseph Peterson, and let's go ahead and talk about the weather for your Tuesday. Starting off, what's going on throughout the entire state of South Carolina right now? Absolutely nothing in terms of convection, rain wise, but fog cover throughout the low country. We do, in fact, have some fog that is going on. In fact, they even have a special weather statement out for the next hour or so, ending at around 9:30. Pretty much just saying areas of patchy dense fog will linger across the forecast area for the next hour or so. The fog may become locally dense, reducing visibilities on the area of roadway. So, if you're in the low country, you gotta make sure that you're watching out for that. But that goes to around like 9:30 or so. So, if you're watching that after that, it's probably over. But what about the entire U.S.? Well, right now it looks like we do in fact have some rainfall, some sleet going on all throughout a good amount of like the Great Lakes region, going on throughout like places like over there in the upper Midwest as well. Some snowfall going on over in this area over here near North Dakota, also over here inside of Washington, some snowfall, some rainfall, even down there in California. And then if we go and look at our cloud cover right now is actually showing some pretty, for the most part, heavy cloud cover going throughout the upstate. Obviously, some of that being some fog, going throughout the low country fog, and a lot of these areas are just getting primarily fog, but there are some clouds with some more higher, um, some more higher altitude than the fog clouds, which are lower to the ground. Now, in terms of that cloud cover for the future, really just for today, going and push this forward all the way through. We go all the way to around 4 p.m. right here. Look at this cloud cover right here, still mostly cloudy. 6 p.m. Cloud cover still covering a good amount of the state, but the upstate clearing up a little bit, all the way to 8 p.m., 9 p.m. right here, still mostly cloudy, going all the way over to 12 o'clock in the morning. And once we get to 12 o'clock in the morning, you can still see cloud cover is still covering up the state. And so upstate looks relatively cloudy, but there is some clear spots for sure. Same thing with the Grand Strand and the PD area. Current temperatures right now, you have around a good 50 in Somerville, 54 in Charleston, as well as 53 in Beaufort, 53 Hilton Howland, as well as 51 in Orangeburg, 54 inside of Georgetown, even around a good 53 inside of Myrtle Beach, 52 in Conway, and 54 in Myrtle's Inlet, 54 also in North Myrtle Beach, and even around a good 50 in Columbia, 50 in Lugoff, and 50 in Sumter, 49 inside of Hartsville, and 49 in Florence, 47 Bennettsville, and 49 also inside of Lancaster, 49 in Greenwood, and 50 in Newbury, 49 in Lawrence, as well as 49 in Union, 49 in Spartanburg, and even 48 in Gaffney, York, Rock Hill, Greenville, and Clemson. Now for your high temperature for today, you have around a good 64 in Greenville, 64 in Spartanburg, as well as 65 in Rock Hill, 65 also inside of Newbury, Winsboro, 68 Columbia, and Sumter, 69 Florence, Orangeburg, Barnwell, and 69 down there near Walterboro, 67 in Hilton Howland and Charleston, 65 in Georgetown, and 64 in Myrtle Beach. Wind as we go into today, that's wind gust. Sustained winds for the most part are going to be around a good 7 to around 15, 16, 17 miles per hour. But it's going to mainly be up there inside the upstate. We will have those gusts be high as well. Gusts will be getting up from around all the way from around 15 miles an hour all the way up to around 25, 26, 27 miles per hour today, especially up there inside that upstate area. So make sure that you're watching out for that. It's, just breezy, nothing really in terms of like damage or anything like that. Now, rainfall. If we go in and look at it, it says rainfall is not expected for the next 24 hours. But the models have something to say that's a bit different. We'll look at that in just a second. But the National Weather Service says no precipitation, nothing like that. No accumulation, I should say. The credit score for today, we're at a 17. Why? Well, obviously one of the main reasons being because of this fog that we have going on. That raises it up a little bit. The fog being the main thing. But then also, it's going to be a bit warmer than normal. But it says completely dry, no significant wind, storms, or anything like that. And so, That goes all the way towards 9 o'clock p.m. The crazy score goes all the way from 7 o'clock in the morning to 9 o'clock p.m. SPC outlook for today: thunderstorms not expected, excessive rainfall not expected. So let's go ahead and look at the models now. We're going to start off here at 8 o'clock in the morning. And it actually pushes forward. I mean, it looks nice going all the way to around 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. It looks fine. Nothing going on. And then we get to around 9 o'clock here. And you start to see some isolated showers start to move in from the west inside of the western parts of the state. Go all the way to 11 p.m. to 12 o'clock in the morning. And this is where we're going to end it off at. But it does show some isolated shower activity, stray shower activity going on from the Midlands over inside the low country as well. So even though it says no precipitation is really expected as we go throughout the next 24 hours, and when I say precipitation, I mean accumulation. So these might drop some rain, but it might not accumulate at all. Yeah, that's a possibility. That is a possibility. But if we go on to the total accumulated precipitation, you see some accumulation, even though it's not a whole lot. So we're just going to see how this continues on as we move throughout the next, as we move into tonight. Because we'll have the forecast update tonight, 9 o'clock p.m. Make sure that you're there for that, by the way. And we'll talk about it. We'll see what the models have to say during that time. Even if we go into the NAM as well, the NAM actually says the same thing. There could potentially be some rainfall, but it does not accumulate anything. Does not accumulate anything at all. So is the HRRR just being a little bit too overconfident? Even if we go into the one from the 11Z, the 11Z actually really doesn't show anything at all. Actually, barely anything. And even if we go to the total accumulated precipitation, it shows nothing. Shows nothing. So maybe the 12Z is just a little bit of a more overconfident run. We'll see what happens. But the one before it, at the 11Z, says that there's no rainfall really to be watched for. So just a little trace maybe. So we'll wait. We'll just continue to see what happens with this. But like I said, there's a chance that there might not be any rainfall at all. So let's go on now and end this off, because that's all that I have to say for this morning. If you have not hit the like button yet, go ahead and do so. Also hit the share button. Share with all the people that you know. Share with your friends, family members, acquaintances, people you don't even like. Just share it with somebody so they can go on and help us get to that goal of 700. We are one subscriber away from the halfway mark of 650. Yes, that's it. It's one subscriber away. And we are 51 away from the main goal of 700. Let's go ahead and get there. Everyone have a fantastic rest of your Tuesday. And make sure you're here tonight, 9 o'clock p.m. Hit those two buttons before you leave.